All right, team, we are back and we're talking about negotiating. Today, I want to focus on three scenarios. The first, what if you get a job offer for an hourly role at Target? Scenario B is you're a project manager. You got a job offer. How do you negotiate? And lastly, is a common situation. You get the job offer, you counter it, and the company comes back and counters your initial counter email, and you don't get the number you want. How do you handle that situation? Let's jump right in. So, you just received a job offer at Target. It said you're going to be a sales associate or a cashier. They offer you $15 per hour. Now, don't be like me and just accept the job offer. Go to Glassdoor.com. Always go to Glassdoor. Go to Glassdoor.com, type in Target Sales Associate, Target Cashier, and I actually did that, and I found that the range is between $14 and $24 per hour, depending on the location or the market. That's the rate. Now, they offered me $15. I want $18 per hour based on my research. Now, because it's an hourly role, more than likely, you're going to have to negotiate over the phone. I just did a video. I'm going to link that in the comments on how to negotiate over the phone. But a few pro tips is first, use AirPods or headphones when you're having a conversation with the hiring manager or HR at Target so that you can have your hands free to take notes. And you also want to prepare your rationale, why you're worth $18 per hour. Have that already written down so you're ready to discuss that with the hiring manager. But a few things to call out over the phone is your experience. If you have experience in retail, hey, I'm experienced in this industry, that's why I deserve $18 per hour. You may not have any experience. However, you might have open availability or a very open schedule. You could be that person that he or she always needs, and when somebody calls out, you're ready to go. But I think the most important thing, communicate that you're eager to grow with the company. This is not just, a part-time Target job. This is something that you want to build a career. You see an opportunity to go back to school. Target will pay for you to go back to school. They have so many different programs. Just talk about how you see yourself growing with the company long term. But again, team, last thing is, yes, we got an offer at Target, but don't stop there. Continue to interview with other companies in that industry, whether it's Amazon Warehouse, UPS, Lowe's, Home Depot, so that you can say, all right, you offered me $15. I just finished my interview at UPS. They're actually going to offer me $18 per hour. Can you match that? So don't just focus on that one job. Get multiple job offers, even if it's an hourly job, and have those companies competing for your service. All right, we just finished wrapping up. If you have an hourly rate job, how do you negotiate? The example we use is Target, a sales associate or cashier. How do you go about negotiating? And we just broke that down. Let's move on to the next scenario. You are a project manager. You just got a job offer. They offered you $85,000. You don't know whether that's a good number or not. So again, go to Glassdoor.com, type in project manager, put the company there, hit submit. It's going to give you a range. I actually did this for a project manager and found that around the national average for a project manager is between $78,000 and $137,000. So it's a big range for a role that has a lot of responsibility. So they offered you 85 based on this range is kind of at the lower end of the range. So you're going to counter and say, I want $100,000. Now that is a big number. Whenever you're negotiating, I always recommend, if you watch any of my content, negotiate over email, because you can really take your time and structure exactly why you're worth an additional $15,000. And you can use my framework, what I call ease, how you would counter them. Start your email. I'm excited about this opportunity. After talking with my family and friends, I'm ready to start negotiating. Then you go to your analysis, go to Glassdoor.com, like I said, get the project manager salary range, and then make your salary ask based on my research on Glassdoor.com, LinkedIn.com, Payscale.com. I would like a salary consideration of $100,000. Close your email when I'm eager to get started and add value on day one. So that's how you would counter that initial job offer, I'm going to keep saying this over and over again. Never just accept the first offer. Don't be like me 5-10 years ago. I got a job offer. I accepted it because I didn't know you could negotiate. No one taught me this in school. Hopefully now that you have this information, you can be aggressive, but also strategic and counter to get more money. All right, we just talked about the project manager example where you got a job offer. How do you know if they lowballed you or gave you the right range? They offered you 85, you countered for $100,000. Always do it via email. You find the salary information at glassdoor.com. Let's talk about the last scenario. You didn't get the number you asked for. We're going to use the same example. You're a project manager. You know the range is 78 to 137,000. They offered you 85. I countered them via email for 100. The company comes back, which happens all the time, and counters and say, hey, Marcus, I know you wanted $100,000, but my budget is set at $90,000 for this role. So if we say I wanted 100, they offer me 90, we have a $10K difference. So we're $10,000 apart. This is the biggest boss move you can make. They only can pay $90,000. That means for the entire year, I'm making $90,000. But there's another option, the sign-on bonus. I've personally used this several times throughout my career. How I would approach this, I would say, hey, listen, John. Hey, listen, Jane. We are $10,000 apart from what my desired compensation. Could we do a one-time sign-on bonus so we can do this deal and I can get started to add value to your team? Companies are more willing to pay a one-time $10,000 sign-on bonus than paying $100,000 for the entire year. Every month, they're paying that salary. So use that as a strategy. If you don't get the money that you really want with the initial counter, hit them up for the sign-on bonus. Sign-on bonuses are typically paid on that first paycheck. So when you start the new job, you'll get your normal pay, and then they'll add the sign-on bonus on top of that, which is lovely. All right, team, let's recap. First, if this is helpful, give me a thumbs up. Follow for more tips. That really helps the algorithm know that this is good content so more people can learn something they don't teach you in school, how to negotiate. Recapping here, the first scenario was with Target Sales Associate. I got a new job offer. How do I negotiate my hourly rate? I always go to glassdoor.com, find out what they pay, and then I counter. For an hourly job, you likely are going to have to negotiate over the phone. I'll link a video in the comments on exactly how to do that. Second example, I'm a project manager. Got a job offer for $85K based on the salary range I found on Glassdoor. I know they pay more, so I asked for $100,000. How do I negotiate? Via email. Using my EASE framework, excited, analysis, salary ask, and eagerness. I have a great resource. I'll also link in the comments below. And the last example, very common. You don't get the money you asked for. So this example, they offered me 85. I asked for 100,000. The company comes back and says, yo, we only have 90,000. That's the budget. Biggest boss move, ask for a sign-on bonus to make up any difference in your salary expectations. I hope this is helpful. See you next time.